The Christmas comedy Red One is a film that I had got some enjoyment out of it. It's not perfect and it's really marketed towards families, but as far as holiday movies go, I had a fun time despite some of the issues that it does have. Honestly, I went into this film with low expectations because I thought it was going to be trash. But interesting enough, there's enough here where I thought it was entertaining on some level. So basically, the story is about when Santa Claus is kidnapped by a mysterious group. Then it's up to the head of North Pole Security and a hacker to team up together to not only save Saint Nick, but also Christmas as well. Now, I get why this film has received a lot of negative reviews out there. Because while the story is decent, it does feel generic at times. I also felt that the character development could have been much better, but it didn't take away from my experience with this. Personally, I could see myself watching this again before this year is over because I had a fun time. What else can I say? Sure, it's not a great holiday film in my opinion, but there's enough interesting things going on here where I wasn't annoyed all that much. Interesting enough, I didn't mind this movie. Even though one of the writers is from the Fast and Furious franchise, which I stopped watching years ago. But I will say that I did like the chemistry between Dwayne Johnson and Chris Evans. I mean, it's not particularly great, but it held up well enough that I didn't mind their interactions between each other. Like Chris Evans is interesting looking at his career post Captain America. He's playing a jerk here. I mean, he literally steals candy from a baby in the beginning of the movie. Jack doesn't have great character development, and I can say the same thing about Callum. Is it me or does Dwayne Johnson play the same character in pretty much all of his movies? He's not a terrible actor, but at the same time, if he gave this character some emotional depth, then maybe I would care more for his journey to save Santa Claus. And speaking of which, J.K. Simmons, I did like his portrayal here. Definitely, he's more of a modernized Santa. And what I mean by that, he cares for the kids, of course, but he's not going around feeling all jolly. I mean, he's still happy, if you know what I mean, but not the typical depiction of Santa Claus that we've all known growing up. Krampus was an interesting character, especially during that slap scene they had shown in the trailer. Like, it was funny. And without giving out any spoilers, there's more depth to him. I did like the world building here, because they had shown all these mythical creatures without setting up a sequel, and I really do respect that. Now, Kiernan Shipka playing the villain, she wasn't that great, pretty generic, but I ain't mind it all that much. I still had entertaining time here, but like I said earlier, this is really advertised towards entire families. But I was just generally happy that I didn't watch a dumpster fire. Overall, in my opinion, this is not a terrible Christmas movie. It gets some things done really well, but at the same time, it doesn't stand out as being one of the best films of the year. Did I have a good time, like I said earlier? Absolutely. But as well, this one could have been much better than what it turned out to be. I'm giving this film a 7 out of 10. Now, would I recommend this? Only if you're a huge fan of Dwayne Johnson, Chris Evans, or these type of blockbuster holiday movies, because trust me, there are better ones out there. Still, I enjoyed myself. I know entire families are going to love this. And quite frankly, it's a 2-hour cinema experience that I was thankful I wasn't bored with either. And that's my review of Red One. Okay, leave your comments down below in the section and let me know what you think about this movie. Alright, this is Slum Guy 172 saying peace out.